Simeon Gipson is a Cherokee elder pushing the pedal to the metal. As a competitive cyclist in the National Senior Games, Simeon is the picture of health, inspiring countless others to stay healthy and active.
My name is Simeon Gipson. I live in Tahlequah, Oklahoma. I've lived there for 20 years or so. I'm a bicyclist. Got into cycling for my health, actually, and it's worked for me. I really like cycling. I'd rather do that than a lot of other things. Never thought of it as exercise, and I hope I never do, because, if it's exercise, who wants to do it? I grew up near a community called Bull Hollow, Delaware County, way out in the woods. Quite a bit of my growing up years, I had polio, and it was hard for me to get around. My legs would freeze up sometime, and I couldn't move. But I have a walk that most of my family recognized, and a lot of my old friends recognized. They said, if you had a sack over your face walking in the crowd by your walk, we could pick you out. I went to college in Tahlequah. At the time, it was Northeastern State College. It wasn't a university yet, it was still a college. I went to school there for 2 years right out of high school. One thing I learned about it was I had no business being in college, because I had no interest in further education. My oldest brother was in the service, and he was in the Navy, so I just said, well, I'll go Navy. I don't know if that was a good choice or not, but I did enjoy the years that I was in the service. So I went in 1967, I want to say, and I got out in 1971. I was a janitor for a while at the old Hastings Hospital. From there, I transitioned over to the Medical Records Department. I retired from IHS, Indian Health Service, and I retired basically because at that time, my body was giving up on me. I guess it was giving up on me because I didn't take care of it. And they said, okay, your blood sugars are so high that you're going to have to start taking insulin. And I can remember to this day sitting in my chair, starting at 10 o'clock at night with a syringe in my hand, getting ready to give myself a shot in the belly. And 4 o'clock in the morning, I'd still be sitting there. I could not give myself a shot. I told my wife, I said, I can't do that. I said, I'm gonna have to go the other way. I'm gonna have to diet. I'm gonna have to watch my weight. She helped me. I guess it was the first time somebody in the family actually saved my life was with her help, controlling my diabetes, making me eat properly. The one thing that I really left out of trying to control diabetes was that 4-letter word, exercise. I don't like to exercise. I don't know if anybody that really likes to exercise. And I told my son that I've been thinking about taking up cycling. I didn't know if he was listening to me at that time or not. But a couple of weeks later, he came. He said, here's your bike. It was a racing bike. The bike cost around $4,500. Well, time to take cycling serious, I guess.
I did get him his first good quality bike, and but as he started cycling, he changed both physically and mentally. He lost a lot of weight, of course, and I think they improved his health in general.
And this is the second time a family member has saved my life. At this time, I also weighed approaching 250 pounds. But my weight now, when I race, I'll be about between 170 and 175. My weight has stayed down since then. So, cycling, my son's gift, my wife's gift of cooking properly and encouraging me to watch myself. Both times saved my life. Thankful for that to both people. I got a phone call one day and had no idea who it was. But a lady had I don't know how she had heard about me, but she knew I'd cycle quite a bit in and around Cherokee Nation in the Tahlequah area. She asked me if I was interested in doing a race in Oklahoma City. Well, yeah, sure. And that was actually the beginning of my competing against people for a prize of some kind. I competed. I think I got a silver that year, but got qualified to go to the national games. At the senior games, I usually just do the 20K and the 40K, which is roughly 12 and a half miles and 25 miles. This year, we raced in Fort Lauderdale. My first race, the 20K, I was keeping up with the lead pack. I was doing really good. What I expected to do, I was doing really good. But about 3 to 4 miles into the race, I saw a lady and laying face down, and she was she was really in pain. And I just couldn't leave her there on the side of the road in pain. So I just stopped. I stopped and we stayed with her. There was nothing we could do, but everybody needs somebody close by especially when you're in pain. The second day, I was just as sick as could be. Stomach was upset bad. I had a headache. But I rode and I finished last, which doesn't bother me because there's next year. I have a friend who works with the National Senior Games. His name is Dale Moon. He asked me one day, he said, "Simeon, would you be interested in being contacted and have a telephone interview with a lady who writes for a magazine?" I said, "Well, yeah, that'd be good, Dale." And one of the magazines she writes articles for was Men's Health. She called me. We talked for 2 hours. She condensed it down into a story, and she put it in Men's Health. Highlight of my career, I guess, to have it, that magazine, even though it's embarrassing and kind of overwhelmed me sometimes. I'm glad that I can be somebody that other people will look up to. Not because I'm good looking, not because I'm highly educated or anything, but because I have a degree of physical fitness that people can aspire to. Me and that bicycle, I think I'll always want to ride. When I get to the point where my body says, "Hey, you can't do that anymore." That's going to be a sad time for me. I said something to Dale Moon. I said, "Dale," I said, "I'm thinking about riding to Pittsburgh for the 2023 games." He said, "Really?" He said, we can work something on that." So it's probably going to be approaching 1,400 miles for me to get up there. That's a ways. I think I'm going to do it. But me and that bike, as long as I can ride that bike and it's in me to still do it, I'll continue doing it. I guess in a way, even though it embarrasses me when somebody says, "Hey, you're a role model," or even accolades in that manner. Because, like I said, I don't ride that bike to make anybody better. I don't even ride the bike to make me better. I just ride that bike because I like it.